Hello everyone, I am back with yet another video. Today I will be talking about how to budget to save money. Okay, budgeting means that you are saving something. You're trying to preserve something so it'll last a while, so you can build it up. It's not just with money, it's with anything, but money is what people think of, and it basically applies to everybody. So especially if you're lower income like myself, budgeting is huge. With rent going up and cost of living in general going up, it is very important that you need a budget, and that's what I'm doing too. So I'm just going to talk about everything that I do. So I'm still in school. I got A's in both my classes. I got 113% because I did extra credit. I got 113% in my English Composition 1 class, and then I have a 97% in my psychology class. I'm only taking 2 classes, and I'm paying out of pocket, and I realized, holy crap, I gotta start budgeting. So with ChatGPT, of course, they actually updated it. You can see these 2 buttons here: think before responding and search the web. So those 2 options, actually I think the search was an option before, but the reason button wasn't. So it's kind of cool. I did use it. It's pretty awesome. So with everything that I'm doing, I'm spending money on school, my car, right? Driving to work and back. So basically you have to keep making enough so you can sustain yourself. And then you have to make a little bit more so you can use that as a buffer just in case things happen, right? Or like in my instance, paying for school. Everybody's different. So we're going to go through, everybody's situation is different. So we're going to go through all of these situations. So set a savings goal. Decide how much you want to save each month and for what purpose. For me, emergency fund, travel. For me, it's school and just living, right? So you gotta, in order to budget, you need to understand, okay, why am I doing this, right? Calculate your income. Write down all sources of income, such as your paycheck, side gigs, or any other earnings. Paychecks are basically all I do right now. I'm monetized, but I only get like cents per video, because I only have like 11K subs, so almost 12K. So yeah, so you want to track down everything, calculate your income, especially for taxes, depending on the country you're in. Track and categorize your expenses. List all your expenses and divide them into needs, wants, and debt payments. My bank that I have, it actually does this for me automatically. It tells me, okay, what percent of my paychecks are going to this? What percent of my paychecks are going to this, right? So it all depends on how much you're spending. And so you can use the 50-30-20 rule, which I don't, but you can, or just based on your goals, you can use that to focus on budgeting, because a lot of times you'll spend money and you don't even realize it, right? It's so easy just to blow money. So easy. So the number 5 is probably the biggest thing for me. I would be spending money, and I would be, I don't have a roommate right now. I'm looking for a roommate so I can save money. That's another thing. If you can get a roommate or live with your parents or something, that would be huge, because then you'd be able to save a lot more money. I'm paying $925 a month in rent right now. And that's just rent alone. Internet and utilities, just in general, are about $1,000 a month. I make that in 2 weeks per paycheck. So 50% of my income is going to rent right now. So if I can get a roommate, that's huge. Then I'll only be paying $500 a month, right? So you want to think about these things. But number 5 is probably the most important. I'm going to be spending the most time on this. Find areas where you can save. Cook at home instead of eating out. I was really guilty on this. I used to eat out all the time, especially after long days of work. I don't want to cook, but excuse me, but it has saved me so much money, because my father said, you got to cook at home instead of eating out. Trust me, you'll save money. And I've been doing that, and man, it's been nice. I've been saving a lot more money. Groceries, I buy groceries every week. I probably spend $50 a week on groceries. And that's it, right? You eat out every day, you're spending $20-$30 more, right? Because a lunch here in America is like $10 on average, right? If you go out to a restaurant, it's definitely going to be more. But if you go through fast food, it's probably going to be like $10. That adds up, right? So I cook at home. You're not spending money. You buy the groceries and then you just eat at home. It's boring. I hate it, but it's necessary because I want to save money. And for work, I noticed that I only really spend money on my days off, which is Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, or Saturday and Sunday. I do have school, right? So I do have to do schoolwork, but I'm not spending nearly as much money because I'm keeping myself busy. That's what should be on here too. Keep yourself busy with things, right? Cooking at home instead of eating out is huge, but also entertainment, right? I only go to the bar on the weekends. Otherwise, I'm too busy. I don't have time to spend money. I go to school, I go to work. I mean, I work second shift now because of the pay differential. They pay you $2 more an hour. So I work 2 p.m. to 10 p.m. on days I don't have classes, and then I work 4 to 10 p.m. on days that I do have classes. And then, I got to wake up and do my homework, so I don't have time to spend money. So it's really, really nice that way, where if you keep yourself busy, and you cook at home instead of eating out especially, those are the two most important things. Keep yourself busy is probably the most important, because you don't even realize, you just want to get home and then shower and then eat at home. You're too lazy to go out. So it's really nice. Cancel unused subscriptions, absolutely. This doesn't really apply to me that much because my family pays for literally everything. It's really, really nice. Although I might pay for Netflix just because they're cracking down on that. I can't access Netflix on my computer, so I'll probably throw some money a month, depending on how much, but we'll see. And then buy generic brands instead of name brands. Absolutely. Mountain Dew bottle goes for like $5, whereas if you buy I forgot, Mist Twist or something, it's like $2. It's the same taste. It's way cheaper. Use public transportation or carpool when possible. Yeah, if you live in a city or something, definitely do that, but I can't. You know what I mean? I definitely can't do that. I need my car. So I live in a town of 18,000, 16,000 people, so public transportation isn't really an option. And then automate savings. Set up automatic transfers to your savings account each payday. My friend, Ving, what he does is he takes money out per paycheck. He takes like $100, $200 and he cashes it out and keeps it in a safe in his home. And he's saved up money that way. For me, every paycheck, I'm probably going to, put 200 away in my Do account or something, which is Do is just a nickname that I gave myself apparently when I was like a baby. I guess I called myself that. Pretty funny, but you know what I mean? So that's probably what I'm going to start doing when I get a roommate. I'm definitely going to start socking away money, maybe $500 a paycheck. You know what I mean? Because it'll really help me to save money. Definitely. So getting a roommate too. If you live alone, definitely get a roommate. I don't care if you're making enough money to where you can live alone still, because I made that huge mistake of not getting a roommate last summer. Now I got to wait a whole year of paying rent in full. I'm just throwing money away. It's ridiculous. So definitely take money out, like automate savings, cash it out like my friend does, or just go online and set up automatic transfers. I think that's a really smart idea. So and the account that I have isn't accessible to me. I can't access it. I have to have one of my family members pull money out of that account and put it into my bank account to prevent me from taking money out, preventing that temptation to happen. So that's another huge thing. You want to set yourself up to where you don't give in to that. Use cash or a prepaid card for discretionary spending. Withdraw a set amount of funds spending each week. Yeah, I don't really do anything anyway. Like I said, I'm too busy with school and work, so I don't need to do these things. But over the summer, I'm going to be taking an 8-week Microsoft Excel course at the school that I'm going to, and it's going to be a lot, but it'll be good because then I can work more hours. I'm only taking one class, right? And it's only 8 weeks. So it will be a little more difficult than like a normal 16-week course just because it's 8 weeks instead of 16. But I'm only taking one class, so it'll definitely be a lighter workload. So I think that I'll be able to work 50 hours a week and do that. We'll see. My employer is really awesome. They're so understanding with things like that. And they also have a a tuition reimbursement. So it's definitely another thing that should be in ChatGPT. Should have said too, if you can find ways to save money, like if you're in school, if you're low income like I am, you can definitely sign up for low income things like internet. I was, paying $90 a month on internet. Well, I qualified through the government because I was so low income that I only had to pay $30 a month for a year or two. You know what I mean? It's not there anymore, but so I have to pay $90 a month now. But there's things that you can do where you can sign up for. If you qualify, you can do that. If you don't have insurance, if you're low income, right? There's definitely things that you can try to save money on there. Obviously, don't take advantage of it, right? If you're making enough money, you can't, qualify. But for me, in my situation, I absolutely do qualify. And another thing is, my school has a food pantry, so you can go to the pantry, check out some items every week. Obviously there's a cap to it, but I'm not ashamed, right? I'm low income. I mean, I need these services, or else, to make my life easier, right? I feel bad, but that's what it's there for, I guess. But I still feel bad because I'm taking food, but that's what it's there for, right? And so, if you qualify for these things, then you can get those discounts. And so it's really, really nice. That's another thing that should be in here that isn't. And then look for extra income sources, or just work more hours. Honestly, just work more hours if you can. I can't right now. I don't work Fridays right now just because it's so slow, but I'm still getting 30 hours a week in. So definitely gonna, when summer starts, when it gets warm consistently, we're kind of in that transition period into spring. When spring fully hits, which should be in the middle of March-ish, then it'll start picking up and we'll start working overtime, or have the option to. So then I'll be starting 40 hours a week, and then it'll be really nice. So, but yeah, so just honestly, you don't really need to look for extra income. Just ask for overtime. You know what I mean? Work. Work and school take up all my time, so I don't have any time to do anything else. Keep yourself busy and you'll be great. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will see you guys in the next one. This is budgeting. Very important. Thank you guys for listening.